Okay, welcome to my 7th attempt at this video. My name is Kat Smith. I am an actress. I'm not famous, but I'm also a student of astrology, and I have been paying attention recently. I've personally started investing in crypto, and then I saw these trends happening in astrology that made me go, So I'm going to share that with you. Welcome to my Why I Believe Cryptocurrency is Here to Stay Because of Astrology video. Subtitle, Why I Think You Should Start Investing Now. So first, I'll talk about what I've seen recently in astrology events plus the mundane level for the purposes of these videos, because I will make more on what my predictions are. Those will be different. This is, to explain why you should start making the transition on your own before, again, well, those will lead into predictions. Anyways, why I think you should get into it. So, what happened recently? Pluto goes direct in Capricorn. All right. Why does that matter? Pluto rules like major money resources. Capricorn is government. A lot of other much more expert astrologers will tell you what they thought the effect of Pluto and Capricorn will be, which, shaking up government, basically, transforming government. In my opinion, because Pluto rules extreme wealth, articles were coming out. Also, Saturn happens to be in Aquarius. Saturn rules Aquarius, and Saturn, also rules like institution, government, things like that, rules, regulations. All right. So that combination, I'm seeing these planets go direct, and I'm starting to see some articles about like Bitcoin being used as a legal form of tender in Brazil and Venezuela. Other cryptocurrencies have started. Shiba Inu is actually starting to become used cryptocurrency in Venezuela. El Salvador starts mining Pluto. More governments, I think, will start mining cryptocurrency by the end of Pluto and Capricorn, by the way. So anyways, I'm seeing this trend in news reports. Well, Saturn goes direct in Aquarius, and Bitcoin and several other cryptocurrencies have a surge. Okay. So I'm noticing this, and I see Mercury is about to go direct in a wide, but albeit trine to Jupiter. Oh my God, my hair. Jupiter in Aquarius. Again, Aquarius rules cryptocurrencies. Mercury is like communication devices, the internet. I'm thinking it was probably, I want to say a little over a week ago now. I was like, man, I think we're going to see a huge surge in cryptocurrencies. I wish I had more money to invest. Boom. In a few days, Bitcoin just flew up. $67,000 a coin. So now I'm seeing this combination occur, and I'm thinking hey, there's something to this. I had a conversation with a friend, and he told me, in fact, there are some astrologers out there that are doing videos. I don't know if they're doing videos like this. I know one astrologer is focused on Bitcoin and astrology, and another astrologer is talking about the effect of moon cycles. I haven't watched those videos. I am super interested, but part of the reason I haven't watched them yet is I wanted to give my personal unadulterated insight based off of my perspective, what I notice in trends. I don't want to regurgitate information, basically. So I'm starting to pay attention to some of this information. Is there a trend from the past that we can look at? Yes. First, I'm going to talk about Pluto. Why I think because of the transit of Pluto, crypto is here to stay. By the way, before I get into all of this information, like and subscribe to these videos if this is something that's of interest to you. I definitely plan on sharing more information. Also, I'm going to share a link for Coinbase from this video, because that's the one that I'm currently using. We both get $10 in Bitcoin when you sign up and make your first $100 investments. You don't have to do that all at once. You can do it over the course of 180 days, but don't miss out on some free Bitcoin because, again, the transition is taking place. It is going to be permanent. The sooner you get started, the better. If you're not into Coinbase, totally fine. There's other apps out there. Definitely look at Binance. I'm not signed up with Binance, so I can't give a referral code, but check it out. Binance, Robinhood, Webull, and Gemini so far are the ones that are coming up that are like, yeah, definitely try. So anyways, yeah, Pluto. Pluto the last time was in Capricorn, was up through 1778. I want to say it was like 1757, 1756 through 1778. And just as Pluto was exiting, getting ready to exit out, the parallel to make is the US dollar was started. Up until 1792, which was the US Coinage Act, we were using the Spanish dollar as the main form of money and currency in the US. And so yeah, the US dollar is created, right? 1785. What was created while Pluto's in Capricorn? Cryptocurrency. And then Pluto moves into Aquarius. 1792 is the US Coinage Act. It had been in Aquarius about 4 years when the US Coinage Act determined that the US dollar is the form of money for trade. Okay. So that's that parallel. And I'll even make another one for you. This one is a little bit of a reach, but I'm still going to use it because it excites me. But when the barter system, when we as human beings went from the barter system to using coins, which was around 700 BC, like that's the date of the earliest coin, like the evidence of coinage. Well, around that time, I want to say the ephemeris I was looking at was 750 something. Yeah, it was like 750 something. Pluto went from Capricorn into Aquarius. Oh, patterns. So anyways, yeah, that's one of the reasons that I'm seeing this shift. And again, I'll get into other predictions because I really want to talk about them. But that change, the next time Pluto moves into Aquarius for us, is actually, we're going to see a preview from not very far from now, about a year and a half, March 24th, 2023 through June 12th, 2023. It retrogrades on May 2nd, just before that. So that period of time, we're going to have about 3 months. Pay close attention because that's probably the trend that we're going to see throughout Pluto in Aquarius. By the time Pluto leaves Aquarius is what we can expect long term. Yeah, so getting into it now, you don't have to move all of your money. The US dollar is not necessarily going anywhere, right? Just like the Spanish dollar didn't like fall off the face of the earth, and just like the barter system is not gone, we still use the barter system in some things like interpersonal human connection, but also some countries still use, like, that's a normal thing. So it's not necessarily going to be gone. It's just that cryptocurrency, I do believe, after seeing some of these trends in articles on a mundane level, I do believe we're shifting into cryptocurrency at the very minimum being a legal form of tender. Like permanently. Will it replace the US dollar? This is where I'm gonna refer to Uranus in Taurus. Uranus is shaking up commerce. Uranus is shaking up economy. There are much more schooled astrologers who will give great details about Uranus in Taurus, but I will summarize with how I connect it. The last time that Uranus was in Taurus, we did have a major change in the economy. And we are seeing a major change now with the parallel of cryptocurrency this time. And I believe that with Uranus and Taurus moving into Gemini, we're going to see major changes to cryptocurrency, like being, again, the stable and legal form of tender. Yeah, you'll notice with Uranus moving through Taurus, especially right now with Uranus in retrograde, the inflation I believe that's a lot of the effect of that combination of Uranus being in Taurus in retrograde, but also Pluto, because Pluto is like, you know, fakery, money. It's in Capricorn, government. So lots of stress, basically. And then the last one that I'll get into is Saturn. Okay, I'm actually excited about Saturn being Aquarius. Now, Aquarius, I'm going to tell you, it's my personal opinion, and based off of also like watching other astrologers talk about this. Aquarius rules cryptocurrency. Saturn rules Aquarius. We are lucky for that, because Saturn is about like longevity, right? It's about building foundations. Yes, teaching, lessons, mentorship, all those other great things, restrictions. But bear in mind that part of the reason that we see restrictions with Saturn is to institute discipline, right? Formality, dignity, stabilize. So Saturn moves out of Aquarius. Okay, Saturn moves out of Aquarius into Pisces on March 8th of 2023, just before that preview with Pluto moving into Aquarius. That's really good, in my opinion. Again, predictions later. But Saturn, I believe by the time that it moves out of Aquarius and into Pisces, will have brought a lot of stability, and it will have highlighted for us the cryptocurrencies that are here to stay. And by the time that this is part prediction, I know, so hypocritical, I didn't mean to, I really meant to say this, but like Saturn, you know, is bringing stabilization, and I think it's going to also institutionalize which government, which cryptocurrencies like that are government released. So here's the thing. Again, I'll talk more about more predictions later, but I will say pay attention to Ethereum based cryptocurrency, because yeah, we're gonna see, like, again, I'm gonna go over predictions and things like that, what we can see and what we will likely see in trends. But with all three of these planets lined up, Aquarius is, we're in the age of Aquarius, and the goal of age of Aquarius, like one of the goals, is decentralization, decentralized government and things like that, but also money. The long haul is going to be decentralized, and that's my prediction based off what I know from astrology and what I'm seeing in trends right now and where I think it's going. And with Saturn, we'll see decentralized coinage become less volatile. Will it be stable? I don't know if it will necessarily be stable until after Pluto moves out of Aquarius, which is not until like 2045. So, but you know, Saturn is going to really highlight what's here to stay. And Pluto is going to come shake things up in cryptocurrency world, and we will have a lot better insight through those periods of what is resilient and is here to stay. But for the purposes of investing, I'm gonna tell you, like, any suggestions that I make are based off of like completely my insight into astrology plus what I'm seeing on the mundane level. The first thing is, if you are looking to get into cryptocurrency and you don't know where to start, do tons of research. Pluto and Capricorn right now, especially do research on big institutions and the changes that they're making. For example, US Bank is going to house Bitcoin, or they want to. Okay, big institutions, and cryptocurrency that can become a big institution if it's not already, things like Ethereum. Governments that support the cryptocurrencies, what cryptocurrencies are being supported by government, and by that I mean which governments are making changes to use cryptocurrency. For example, like I mentioned earlier, Venezuela is recognizing Shiba Inu and Bitcoin as legal forms of tender. Okay, big institutions. Okay, again, pay attention to big institutions and what they're using. So AMC Theaters, for example, is going to start using Litecoin. Okay, pay attention to these things. Remember, big institution, and that can include government. You also want to pay attention to mining, what the trend of mining is. And that will also, I'll tell you, include gold and silver. Now, there is a cryptocurrency for gold that is tied to the value of gold. Will gold always be used? Gold has been used for thousands and thousands of years as a stable trade, and gold is the only global like it has the same, how do I put it, gold can be used anywhere. Gold and silver, precious metals, you can, if you have no money to your name, let's say that all you had was a piece of gold and you were in a government that just failed overnight. Bulgaria in the 1980s, somebody, an astrologer I follow, mentioned that they experienced hyperinflation one day and then their dollar was worth nothing. But if you had gold on you and you left Bulgaria and you went up to France and traded with, I mean, I don't know what France's economy, so this is just for in the 1980s was, but if you went to France that same day, you would suddenly have money. Okay, you would not have nothing. So that is to say, one thing that I think will always remain a constant will be gold and silver. Like, there is a cryptocurrency, Gold Coin Reserve has its own cryptocurrency tied to the value of gold. If you're not sure where to start, take this with a grain of salt. Again, do your own research. Personally, I very much intend to have my investments in that. And the reason for that is because Pluto, ruling extreme wealth, does rule gold. Mining, secrets, things like that. And if you can mine, maybe get started that way. Okay, so again, I know, hypocritical. I totally made some. These are suggestions, though. Predictions. I'll get more detailed about some predictions in other videos, but I'll leave it there. We're at 17 minutes now. If you stayed in this long, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I will be putting out more videos. I haven't entirely worked out the details at the moment, but it's coming because this shift is happening. And if I can help any of you out there transition, cryptocurrency is going to be the legal tender. Can you get rich off cryptocurrency? That'll be one of the formal things, but one thing for sure is that the change is taking place, and it's going to be important to have cryptocurrency available that you can use. So, like, subscribe. Thanks for hanging in there. And I will be putting that link for Coinbase. That's the one that I use. But check out other apps too. But if you are interested in the Coinbase, you get the $10 free of Bitcoin once you make your $100th investment. Yeah. Thanks for checking it out. Bye.